We are back in Studio K with the Tender Years. Hi guys, how you feeling after
Hi.
that? Yeah. Can
One
I
mic.
have you give your names and your instruments, please? Go on down
Sure.
the line.
I'm Corey and I play bass.
I'm Mike and I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Scott, drums and percussion.
Chris, play guitar. I try to sing.
Yeah. Awesome. Great.
That's it.
All right. The first thing I need to address with you guys.
You were the
is-
guy trying to sing.
Yeah. First thing I want to address with you guys is your connection to the history of Radio K. I was told before you came here that you wrote the original theme song for Off the Record. Back
That's
in the
not really
mid-90s.
true. I mean, that's we were in a band that we the other guy in the band who's not here actually wrote the song.
Oh, did he? Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
but then we all recorded it and played it
Yeah.
but
Tell me about how this came to be. Were you commissioned to play? Was it just for fun?
we were
Was-
paid and the budgets were different back then, but it was like
Yeah.
$4 million,
Great.
I think, for the theme.
I think that's fair.
I mean, I don't know if that's
It was just for fun, right? And then they started using it.
Yeah, I think we were on to do like Off the Record or something a long time ago, and then maybe after the performance, we're like, "Hey, we got a couple more songs we want to record," and then that was one of them.
Was it on the spot that you came up with this?
Oh
or-
no, it was
okay.
it was. I believe it was written ahead of time, but it sounds like it could have been improvised. Yeah.
Great. Do you remember any of the lyrics from it by chance?
It was
Hey Simon, hey Danny, it's time to shake your fanny.
something like that. It mentioned the old hosts, the original hosts, Simon Peter and
Great.
Danny Siegelman, and anyway, yeah.
Will you write a new one for us and mention
Yeah, I just
me?
need your names, and I'm gonna need that check.
All right, yeah.
That's about it.
We'll try to match the 4
Yeah.
million. We'll see
Yeah.
what we can do. Yeah. Okay,
We'll
great.
honor the original agreement.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Now I want to talk about your history as a group. Tell me about how you guys came together.
Why don't you field this one?
Well, I mean, we've been playing either in each other's bands or watching each other's bands play for the better part of
Don't say a year. Don't say a number.
decades. And yeah, we've just all been intimately acquainted with music and, friendships. We've been friends forever. So music and friendship went hand in hand. So
That's great. That's great for chemistry. What role would you say each of you play in the band?
Well, Chris plays guitar and he tries to sing.
I mean, other than instruments, though, like in terms of like songwriting and like.
I don't know. I write the song.
Energy.
I write most of the songs, and Scott writes a couple songs here and there when inspiration hits.
Yeah.
And then Corey, we practice in his at his shop.
I have a building that we practice in, so that's kind of nice. That works out well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's like as far as like the dynamics of the group, I don't know.
Like,
It's
how do you complement each other as a group?
It's
Mike's writing the songs, but they're usually, unfinished and raw, and we just kind of throw spice on top of it, add parts, that sort of thing.
Cool. So,
Yeah.
Mike, you're the main songwriter then?
yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm very curious about some of the lyrics that we heard in the songs
Okay.
today. The Witch Boy.
Yeah.
Who is the Witch Boy, and what is the darkness that they are trying to avoid?
I'm not sure. It's when I write lyrics, I don't really. They're mostly nonsense words,
Yeah.
I mean, or they'll come together. Just a phrase will kind of pop into my head, and then I'll or a title,
Yeah.
and I'll just jot down titles for songs, and then when like a guitar part comes on or a melody kind of shows up in my head, then I'll start fleshing things out, and maybe I'll go to an old title and kind of let that be the inspiration for the lyrics. But usually I just like words that sound good, and then I decipher the meaning like after they're written. Usually,
That's a cool way
I
to do
try
it.
to. Yeah, it's. I mean, I wish I could say I was able to write with more purpose, but it's generally just making
Yeah. Well, it's coming
stuff
from
up.
somewhere. I feel
It's
like
coming
it-
from somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. So two of the songs that you played today have been released on streaming platforms. The Witch Boy, which we just talked about, and then we also heard Without the Wolf.
Yeah.
Without the Wolf, you guys donated the proceeds of that song, the Bandcamp proceeds, to a specific organization. Can you talk about that real quick?
Yeah, so I wrote Without the Wolf based on musical history and the Rolling Stones' appearance on Shindig in 1965. And they brought on Howlin' Wolf to kind of, as a tribute to their musical roots. And it was a real kind of a monumental musical moment, and in terms of just history, what was going on at the time with civil rights and that. And so, yeah, we're donating the Bandcamp downloads to Minneapolis-based Voices for Racial Justice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. And a little bit of a tribute to the Stones, too, in a way?
Yeah.
Cool. That's great. And then, so the other two songs that we heard are new. I'm curious, are they a part of a new project that may be coming out sometime soon?
Yeah. I think we're going to just start recording some songs soon. Yeah, probably next month. Like we recorded our first record, like I want to say 2018, but we did that one ourselves. Then the next one we went to a studio, worked with Tom Herbers, and I think again now I think every other record I feel like recording, and then every other record I don't feel like recording. So I think we're on a do-it-yourself cycle now. So we're gonna start recording songs ourselves and see how they turn out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. Like in your own studios or in your own...
Well, probably like in the
makeshift?
shop, and we'll just,
Cool.
I think, try to play as live as possible, and play it at 300 times and then piece the best bits of each one of those takes together into one usable track.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
I love it. Great. All right. Well, speaking of previous projects, your recent release, After the Batteries Die, that we're approaching the 1-year anniversary of that. We're about a week away from it. How has it felt this year? How has it been received? Tell me about that.
Well, it's been a quick year. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a parade that we're like in celebration of the 1-year anniversary. It's going to be going down Main Street.
Yeah.
That's
Downtown Minneapolis.
underway, and a whole festival associated with that.
Sounds awesome.
In celebration of the release. But otherwise, it's just sort of a quiet recognition of a masterpiece being unleashed on the world.
So you guys were recognized by a UK magazine or publication, right? I was reading about that. How did they discover you? You guys being Minnesota based and they're way over there. How did that happen?
I was just looking around for music blogs and websites that were, kind of catering to new and undiscovered artists, and kind of really about like maximum exposure, just like trying to just get people's music out there. And I really kind of like their philosophy, so I just sent them an email and sent them our music, and they got back and said, "Hey, we like it, and can we feature you and interview you?" And so it was nice to get some love from across the pond.
Okay, great. You didn't go out to the UK for that interview, right? Was that...
No, that was strictly digital.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
We wanted to. We were trying to get him to send us tickets, but plane tickets, he just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, but they should fly
We
you out
almost
there.
said no to the interview, but the last minute we just agreed to do it online.
Yeah.
So
Cool. Well, so back to After the Batteries Die. Can you guys, for those who haven't heard it, can you describe kind of the sonic landscape of that record?
I need one more leading question. I can't quite.
How would you describe the sound of it? What genre?
Well,
what feel? What?
It's just kind of just mostly. There's not a lot of overdubs, and that one is mostly live too.
Okay.
This overdubbed the vocals, but for the most part, played it live in the studio, and probably only two or three takes of any of those songs at one. I mean, we just kind of went with the first one that sounded good, and I guess pretty raw, but it's kind of like what we played today. Just what do you? I've always been bad about describing what, like the music and bands that I'm in. like
Yeah.
what genre it is, or how do you describe it? I always just say rock, but even that sounds bad. Or pop rock doesn't sound accurate. Indie rock, it doesn't sound.
I've
think
seen
it-
online you guys describe yourselves as ramshackle, stumble.
Ramshackle, yeah, and that's the thing where you almost have to feel better.
I like it.
Scott came up with that term. It's just it's easier to just make up a genre
Yeah.
than say, because I've never really wanted to be in a band that fit like perfectly into. I mean, what do you say? I'm in
Totally.
I'm in an adult contemporary.
We like to talk about genre here at Radio K.
Yeah.
We're enthusiasts with the genre. So
We like to blend genres. We like to say, we don't like to we like to reject labels and kind of our indie roots. Our, yeah, yeah.
awesome.
You know, yeah, the XXXLs on the tags on our shirts are the only label we we worry about.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Tell me about your live performance. What can a person expect when they come out to see you guys live? What's the energy like?
I think it's a nervous energy.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably uncomfortable to watch, I would say. It's definitely uncomfortable to perform. I can't tell. I wish I was able to loosen up and like get wild, maybe take off my shirt.
There's always like a pause between any applause, like whenever.
Yeah. There's usually a brief like moment of silence after the song's over before any kind of smattering of applause. But seriously, it's a good time, and I like to talk between songs and dig myself into a verbal hole that I try to get out of, like now. And but seriously, I think it's good. It's just I think we try to play loud and give it all. We definitely give it our all.
Totally.
And I guess we leave the crowds wanting more because really, I mean, we're unable to satisfy them. So
Do you have like a most memorable performance that you guys have had as a group?
we played an ice cream social last summer. That was pretty fun. Outside.
Did you get free ice cream?
Yeah, everybody did. I'm a vegan, so they gave me a popsicle. So that was
You got something.
I had to.
Yeah.
I was sort of working with that.
Nice. All right. I think now is a good time to ask you about some upcoming shows that you guys have.
Yeah.
Anything?
Here, I'll give this over to you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, we're playing tonight with Street Hassle at the White Squirrel. Music starts at 8. And next Thursday, we're playing with Loser Magnet and Folios, also at the White Squirrel. And then we are playing again in April 29th at Lost Fox down in Lowertown, St. Paul, as part of the St. Paul Art Crawl.
Great.
So, yeah.
Lots
We're
coming
excited.
up. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I have one last question for you all. It's kind of a fun one.
Uh-oh.
You'll have to work together on this one. So you get to build a bill, right? You're playing in it, but you get 3 other bands that will accompany you on this bill. Tell me who those 3 bands are and where you're playing.
All right. Here, how about you?
Maybe
Anybody-
maybe each of you can take. You get four
bands. We each
including-
get
You each get a pick. Yeah.
Who's got one? Chris.
I like King Khan.
Cool.
King Khan. They have a TikTok song. Like it's every other TikTok is this King Khan song, which is kind of weird. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but well, get on it. Anyway, Scott.
I don't think I can say their name, but they are from Cincinnati, Ohio, and they're a phenomenal band. I don't think. No, I just don't think I can. But they're putting out a new record soon, and my favorite album by them is Attica. So you can kind of go and sleuth out and find their name.
Cool.
Even that one's. I'm just as in the dark as anybody else on that one. What about you, Corey?
I would say probably Neutral Milk Hotel, or maybe try to get Uncle Tupelo back together.
Or get Neutral Milk Hotel back together too. As long as we're in fantasy land.
Yeah.
I'd like to see I'd like to have David Berman come back and play, and that'd be it.
It's
for me.
Where are you guys playing? What's the venue?
Oh, Budokan. The Budokan, or is it just Budokan? I don't know. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Or the entry. Yeah.
Or the entry. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming
Thanks
on
for
today,
having us.
guys.
It was fun, super fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. The tender years, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna send it back to the DJ booth for some more local music until 5 p.m. Thank you for sticking with us. This is Radio K, Real College Radio.